susini kwa mwancho mategerari chinga ke chamono mambia mwaso samaroba somoro beli kunga anza na bwana mambo vipi nga kyoto bwate tega titu keri dialero bono mambia mwaso go semaroba tigandara minyoka se studio B nyore alfa zade nyabuto ngigunga ngaki amanganare en semeyo ya dala fotwat timanye ti MC go sena manyolide yes alfa ngaki alfa bwa kire ga bo wairire bya
wairire bya ense ya diaspora
ngaki amangana kuirita bukuru studio B
amangana na wakari bya kabisa kwa Kiswahili maneno iko swafi kabisa.
Sawa kabisa. Mambo vipi? Mike anasema namna gani, the ego himself?
Mike nere cameraman ya neboniga. Lakini agonte binga mangana na wakaribia kabisa kuruga.
Asante sana. Most of the time tunapoanza na bwana ni jambo ambalo tunazungumzia watu. Most people begin the day wanaamuka tu wanajipata wameamuka. Kama vile nyuni ama ndege wanaamuka asubuhi, wao wanaamuka tu wanaanza kusifu. Sijui maoni yako ni yapi jinsi ambavyo watu wamezoea kuamuka kulingana na vile ambavyo umefuatilia mpangilio huu wetu?
Well, ni swali mzuri sana kabisa, but especially here in the diaspora, this is the land that they call the land that never sleeps. And venye watu tumezoea kuamka sio ile yani ile nye unaweza sema venye Kenya yani tulikuwa tunaamka, you sleep at a certain time and you wake up at a certain time because you know you have to do something specific. Here in the diaspora it's become a thing where we sleep at a specific time, which is like kama sai upper diaspora, specifically where we are, it's around 11:51, almost 12, 9 minutes to 12, and it's become a norm for most of us to wake up and to sleep at a specific time. It doesn't matter whether it's late, whether it's early, but we sleep at a specific and wake up at a specific time, and we don't necessarily start the day with God anymore. And it's become recently I saw somebody say that this place has become like Babylon in the Bible, and it's very different, perhaps I should say.
So kabisa, but then you know, when you're talking about kwanza na bwana na watu wanaamuka asubuhi, it's actually true because things are different here. Mtu anasema vitu kwa ground ni different. Huko watu wanaamuka asubuhi kule nyumbani, lakini hapa tunaposema amuka ama anza na bwana, kuna wengine walikuwa wamelala. It is now that they are getting ready to go to work.
Yes.
What do you think about that disparity that mtu sasa anamuka saizi na anaenda kazi kama sasa usiku? Will that mean that he has to wait till morning ndio anze na bwana, ama kwa maoni yako wewe unaona mambo namna gani?
Well, right now, specifically here in the diaspora, kwanza na bwana, kama sai, wengine wanatoka kazi, sai wamemaliza siku yao. Wengine wanaamka sai, waende kazi. Those people that work night shift. Some of them started at 3 in the afternoon or in the evening. And so, kwanza na bwana hapa, I think they should start the day with God right now. Because if we speak in these terms right now, the time that we're talking about right now, it's around it's 11:53 now, and it's technically a new day. I mean, I know it hasn't hit 12 yet, but it's technically a new day. So technically you should start the day with God, read your Bible, pray if you can, and then go to your job, do whatever you need to do to make your day or make your living.
Wow. That's good. Wakati mwingine tunapozungumzia anza na bwana, unajua inakuwa changamoto na there are also other people, you know, wakati tunasema anza na bwana, kuna watu ambao wanafika njiani wanakumbuka, kumbe sikuomba, and then somebody pulls aside, anasema wacha niombe. Mtu anaweka magoti chini. Do you think that's also necessary? Kama umesahau kuomba utafanya namna gani?
Well, I mean, I'm one of those people that I know we've been in the car together with you, Mr. CEO, and we've been in the car with a lot of other Africans. And sometimes wakati Mkenya anaanza kuendesha gari, atasimamisha gari to the side, aone yani, kama kuwa ameomba wakati alitoka nyumbani, atasimamisha the car to the side to make sure he prays. And I think it's a necessary part whenever you're doing most of the things that you do. as a person or whenever you're living. So I think it's very necessary. If you haven't prayed whenever you got out from your house, or if you didn't pray whenever you were doing something, eating, whatever, it's necessary for you to stop what you're doing and then pray. And I thank God for what He has done in our lives and for what we see now. There's a lot of people that I wanted to see this day, but they never got to see the day due to this coronavirus that we're seeing. Ama in Kikisi wanasema korondo. So yeah, I think it's very necessary to pray whenever you have the chance to. Pull over to the side if you have to, kneel down, pray, and thank God for whatever He has done for you.
But again, don't you think itakuwa kitu kama let's say kama Mufarisayo na yule mtu alikuwa alienda kwa hekalu, mtoza ushuru, you know, the tax collector and the Pharisee who went to pray, and then he wanted to show off. And you know, remember Matthew 6, he says, whenever you want to pray, go to your private room and close the door so that you can at least talk to your God who sees in silent and in private. He will answer you in public. So don't you think that will be like a show off when somebody says, you know, I forgot to pray, so let me pull over so that I can pray, and alafu naweka magoti chini unaanza kuomba. What do you think about that?
Well, you don't necessarily have to go down on your knees and pray, but then again, I encourage it because technically you're praising your God. It's not a show off. You don't have to show it off to your people. You don't have to show it off kwa mtu mwenye anatembea kwa barabara eti na mimi naombanga. You don't have to do that. If you want to pray, just go in peace, pull your car over to the side, put it in a parking lot if you can, go on your knees, pray. Do whatever you have to do. Like I said earlier, it's very necessary for us to do these things, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, I'm not an expert. I'm not a pastor. I'm not anybody else. I'm just somebody that works here at Abogusi Global Radio. I'm a news reporter. I bring you guys what is happening. So, and I go to the ground. So it's vitu ziko different kwa ground. Yes, but whenever you have the chance to, yes, pray. It's not a show off. It's not anything. Just pray. Do what you have to do necessary. So yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's very necessary that people begin with God and usually begin with the prayer. And let's also talk about another thing. Maybe when you go to school. Back in Kenya, when I used to go to school, tulikuwa tunaambiwa sasa ni wakati wa maombi, alafu we say fumba macho ama funga macho tuombe, and then people can pray, at least do something, thank God, wanaanza siku na Bwana. Do you think it's the same here? Do wakati mnaenda shule, what happens? Watu wanaweka magoti chini wanasema let's now pray, or somebody stands in front and they says the same, or hapa vitu ni different?
Vitu kwa ground ni different, and that is going to be the phrase of 2020. If you're not used to it, you're going to have to get used to it. You're going to have to get used to it by now. Vitu kwa ground ni different, especially here in the diaspora. We're here in the diaspora as people that came to look for, and it's very well known that people in the diaspora came to look for money. Right? Omo Kenya in general, somebody from the 254 East Africa. So you came to the United States to look for money. So things are different on the ground. Now you can't necessarily do what you just said, but I don't see it being the same here in the diaspora specifically.
Wow. And you know, I was traveling to Nairobi some other day. Nilikuwa nimeishi Nairobi kitambo, and then kwa gari walikuwa wameandika no hawking, no preaching, no standing kwa gari. So watu walikuwa wamesema usiweze kuhubiri. But here I understand that there's freedom of religion, and ukianza kuomba, maybe you are preaching, you are telling people your religion, na hiyo imekataliwa kabisa, that you cannot pray, because I think what they look at, wanaangalia mtu wanasema, what if there are Muslims in this class, are they also going to do their kuswali? What about the Hindus, and what about the heathens? Kuna watu ambao waamini kabisa. So it's like you are talking about your faith to them. Kandi unawaambia tuombe, unaomba nani? Unaomba Mungu. Nani alikwambia kila mtu anaamini Mungu? I think that's also in a diverse community, that's the main reason as to why people really don't pray here. But of late I see, remember 3-4 years ago we brought some news, and You know, Gospel, I see Gospel Meroka commenting. Thank you so much. And actually, if you want to join us, I'll let you know how to join us. But we had a few moments siku ya leo ili tuongee. But if you want to join us, if you want to talk live, we can test the broadcast with you before we wind up. But what we are saying is that, you know, at times kuna mahali ambapo unaona watu wanasema, oh, you are passing your faith to somebody else. So has it ever happened to you that unaomba kwa class, have you ever prayed in class, or somebody awambie that, oh no, you are not supposed to pray in class?
No. America is a country of, you know, I like saying this. This is my favorite phrase, and in anything that I do, people are always going to hear this. America is the country of milk and honey. Now, I like saying this also. You have to bring your own honey to America. It's a free country and you can do whatever you want. And it is written in its laws, right? But I've never found somebody to tell me manze, you can't pray. You can't pray. You know, nimeomba sana, wakati uko na mtihani, sometimes you have to pray. Kama uku study the day before, na mtihani ni ile ya yani, geometry, those had exams, biology, all of these things, right? You have to pray. And ule mtu mwenye anakuja kukuambia eti usiombe, huyo ni kama, I don't know who they believe in. I don't know. But you have to pray. It's not something, sometimes it's not optional. It's not optional at all. So yes, there's those people that say, you apana, don't pray, but just do it. Do it. You don't have to do it out loud now. You don't have to do it out loud. Just do it in your head if you have to. Do it discreetly and you'll be good. You'll be good. Kama au study, you'll pass that exam by the grace of God.
Well, lakini watu wafanye bidii, wasifikirie kana kwamba prayers work miracles, but God does also not encourage people to be lazy, so that wapatie tu kwa mkono, so they need to work hard. But again, you see, hapa we have so many diverse things. I was passing by last week, unajua uko Pakro, where we used to worship uko Pakro, that side.
Yes.
Kuna Church of Satan now there. Hapo karibu. Kuna Church of Satan.
Church of Satan.
Yeah, hata imeandikwa tu kanisa la shetani hapo. Watu wanapita. I've never really taken time to understand what happens there, but imeandikwa Church of Satan. You know, that's how far as people have really gone. And in this worship thing, we take it for granted most of the time.
Now, remember I said this earlier. I said this earlier. America is the land where most people want to come. When I was little, I wanted to come to America. Mtu ananiambia America. Asoko genda yani ase pare kare very smooth. Yani chitaya chioge tekera chinsa. Yani uigwete biya sana, right? But when you come to America, it has become, I told you, I saw a comment and somebody wrote, America has become the land, it has become like Babylon. People, the land that never sleeps. Yani, iko na ile, okay, let's say, for example, I think, Mr. CEO, you've been to Los Angeles, California, right?
Oh yeah, yes.
You've been to Las Vegas also? And if you go to those places, they're known as the places of clubbing. They're known as the places where people, what should I say? They like gambling, casinos, casinos and everything, right? Those are the places, whenever you hear of America, you hear of those places. Those are the places that people refer to. But again, we have these other places like Arlington. Arlington, nani alikuja kujua eti you'll find a pothole in Arlington, Texas?
Nobody knew that.
Nobody. Nobody knew. If you've never been here for yourself, you won't know what goes on behind the scenes, right? It's just like the way we bring news, but you don't know what goes through whenever the newsmaker is writing the news. Aujui kenye kinaenda through his head, right? So America is become like Babylon. You don't know what happens until you get to the place, and that's what's happening right now in the US. And we see this because okay, we've had coronavirus. A lot of people wale wenye hawakuwa wanaomba wameenda wanasema, oh God, let's pray, right? And you were talking about the Church of Satan. In fact, I haven't seen that. I think I need to pass there. So maybe we might need to do a little interview with some people.
Yeah, we need to.
But
Maybe we need to, yeah.
but I mean, I don't nimeshindwa cha kusema because I haven't been there to see for myself, but I think this place, it's different whenever you haven't been there, and that's all I can say for now. That's all I can say for now.
Wow, thank you so much. So before we went up, kuna mtu hapa anasema you mentor him, we will go high and hope to see him kwa national TV programs. I don't know why we have such a mentality, brother Gospon, that who told you this can't be a national TV program? Actually, it's international.
No, it can't. It can't. In fact, let me tell you something. To reply to Gosbon. And I wish to tell you this, and to everybody that's watching us. This is Aboxy Global Radio. It says global. And in fact, I like putting my logo here on my screen. If you can see, this is a global radio. And in fact, very, very soon, I know Mr. CEO doesn't want to tell you guys this, but I will tell you guys because I like telling my viewers things, right? Very soon we're getting a TV frequency, and I want you guys to join us whenever we do this because we want to make it like a global TV. This is going to be like NBC News. This is going to be like Citizen TV Kenya. In fact, we want to make it better. You know, we want to engage our viewers to join us whenever we do our things. So things like debates like this, like that we're having, you can join us whenever we make it. You know, that's why earlier you heard me, Mr. CEO, telling you guys that if you want to join us on this live stream, we can join you in and you can test it with us. So make sure you guys stay tuned because yes, this is a global and national TV. You'll be able to see us there. My names are Alfax Nyabuto, and I know, Mr. CEO, you are winding up too because we have some other shows coming on air. So
yeah, actually, somebody, Tiberius Umabo, said it is already a national TV. Yeah, we are global, and we thank God for that.
Yes.
So I know Mike is the cameraman today, and he's doing a wonderful job. But let's talk a bit about the No, Sawa is saying we need him in Mamusi TV. Those are your views, my brother. We are AGR. We need to differentiate. We are AGR, and we started in the year 2009, and this is 2020. So our niche is different. You know, at times there is this thing that whenever I see Alfaxad with the camera, I will also go there with the camera and try to take photos. I don't know if Alpha, you have ever seen such a thing.
No, you know, sometimes, and in fact, I'm happy that you brought this up on air today. We're talking about Anza na Bwana. How do people start the day here in the United States of America? And in fact, if you're joining us right now, this is Aboxy Global Radio. I'm here with Mr. CEO Jeremiah Orina Ontiri, Anza na Bwana. And kama uko na camera, okay, let's say this is my camera, right? Oh no, I have my camera here, in fact. Mr. Mike has his camera in front of me right here. But if you have a camera like this and you're taking photos, okay? If you don't know what you're doing, the photos won't come out clear. And that's for a fact. Am I correct, Mr. CEO?
Oh yeah,
when I was starting, okay, let's put it this way. When I was starting at Aboxy Global Radio, I didn't know anything, right? I was just another person. I was just another person that came on the team. I just wanted to nilikuwa najivunia. I wanted to know what do people do. This thing called Romonto Kare News, alafu nisema I want to be like him. This is something you have to go through and learn. You have to take your time to learn. And this is, I've been doing this for a while, and I will tell you this. Kama hujai shika kamera na tena unataka kushika kamera eti unataka kupiga mtu picha, utalia machozi because your pictures will not come out clear. Mike, he takes these videos very, very well. And sometimes I tell him, for us that started a while back, I started this whenever I was very, very young, and Mr. CEO can remember this. He used to tell me, naniambia Alpha fanya hivi, ukishika hivi video itatoka clear. Na tena mimi naingisha kichwa yangu kidogo ndani nasema no, this will look good. I see this on TV. But sometimes you have to know there's some things that you have to do and some things that you have to learn in order for some things to come out proper. So if you've never touched a camera before and you try to touch it, it's not going to be the same way as if your mic, mtu mwenye ameshika camera for a while, alafu you try to compare yourself with him. So, I mean, I would say things are different on the ground.
Yeah, vitu kama kawaida tunasema kwa ground ni different.
Yes.
So we also need to acknowledge, accept. I don't know, there are things that there are things even as we start with tunapoanza na Bwana, there are some hindrances, there are some stumbling blocks that even mess our day. You know, at times there are things that we do wakati mwingine, if you see your brother doing something labda yenye unapenda, support that person. We have always supported several people, whichever they are doing. We have always supported them, and we are very happy that we have done so. Kwa hivyo ukiona mwenzako anajaribu something else, you remember, I think one of these fun days we need to bring ndugu Robert Nyabwari about the diaspora talent, the things that we are really having in place. Remember?
Can we talk about that? Can I talk about that for a few seconds, Mr. CEO?
Just a moment. Yeah, continue.
So thank you for bringing that up. In fact, Diaspora Talents is a place where we bring diaspora talents. Wale wase kama mimi wenye tunataka kukaa watu wakubwa when we're older. If I wanted to be a CEO like my fellow my business partner here, my manager, Mr. Ontiri, I could do that. If I wanted to be a journalist, I could do that. If I wanted to do whatever I wanted to be, a business manager, whatever. That is what Diaspora Talents is. And in fact, thank you very much for bringing up Robert Nyabwari. By the way, Robert, if you're watching this now, we need to bring you guys on AGR. I know you're doing a lot, you're very busy right now, but we need to bring you on AGR so you can tell people about Diaspora Talents. What do you see in the diaspora? Because a lot of people say, tumefika diaspora, we don't send something back, but sometimes it's for the good. Sometimes it's for the good. And Diaspora Talents, I'm sure it will bring a lot of people from where they are. Kama uko Kenya na unataka join us, yes, we can definitely join you into it and show your talent. I posted something on WhatsApp status today, and I don't know if you saw it, Mr. CEO. I said, if you have talent, if you have anything you want to showcase, you're in the diaspora, call me. We will get you and we will show your talent on air so people know what you do. So people know that you didn't come to the diaspora for no reason. In fact, I've been to a place penye mtu nasikia mtu anasema eti okay, let me use my name as an example. Umano real faxad yachieta America sai wanna show off. It's not about a show off. It's not about a show off. Whatever you do best, it's a talent God given. God gave you that talent for a specific reason. So make sure you use it in the right way. And if you have a talent, by the way, hit us up there in the DMs at Aboxy Global Radio. We'll try and showcase your talent in whichever way possible. And by the way, Robert Nyabwari, thank you very much for bringing that specific platform. And also thank you very much from Mr. CEO for bringing that specific platform and also bringing this specific platform, Aboxy Global Radio, because I know it is changing a lot of people's lives.
Yeah, thank you so much, Alpha. And you know, one other thing is that I believe in lifting other people up. You know, whenever actually that's what we learn even at church. Everywhere you go, you find people, motivational speakers. Everybody is talking about lifting another person up. So unapoanza siku yako, as we still do Anza na Bwana, we also encourage other people. Today, we want to encourage you and give you a challenge. Can you try to help one other person? You know, at times the people you really help I wonder the way watu wanasema wamefanya maendeleo nyumbani. At times mtu amejenga nyumba yake anasema amefanya maendeleo. Unasaidia mzazi unasema umefanya maendeleo. Those are your responsibilities. That is not development. By the way, that is your how do we say that? That's your
priority.
Yeah. So we cannot really say differentiate what you are doing to your family and then you say, you know, I've really helped with the Ekenyoro. What you are doing is good, yeah, continue. But that is your responsibility to help your brethren, your siblings, your relatives. there are other people that you don't know. Kama sasa, all of a sudden unaona you watch online, unaona mtu ako on air anasema somebody is in need somewhere, maybe in Kajiado, in Nairobi. What comes to your mind? Or you say, oh, those are not our people. But kama mtu amelemewa, somebody is in need really, na umjui kabisa, you help that person, or that is what we call really helping, because we cannot go on saying, oh, you know, I've helped so many people. Ukiangalia, that's your brother, that's your cousin, that's your uncle. I've helped nimejenga. Yeah, that's one way of building the nation. That's good. But today we want to challenge you, unapoanza na Bwana. Can you try to help someone else who is not your brother, who is not your friend, who is not actually who you don't know? I don't know if you have ever seen watu wanasaidia watu ambao si wa kwao.
I mean, the thing is this.
Mhm.
I've seen a lot of things that have happened here in the diaspora. Recently, we saw one death happen, and I think we portrayed that very well here at Aboxy Global Radio. We showed and we told what the right thing to do is, and this is how I remember at one point. Remember, whenever we were, if Mr. CEO, you remember, we were talking about Obama Womogusi, and I think you did an interview with one Balozi Walter. Do you remember that interview?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we were talking about Obama Womogusi, and that being Obama Womogusi, it wasn't necessarily, that's just a name, that's just a title, right? And it's in fact, I think they need to bring that back, because it wasn't just specifically for Omogusi, it was meant for a whole Kenyans as a whole. In fact, we need to be together as one country, and as a people, we need to be together. You need to help your neighbors out, your friends out, whenever you have the chance to. And I mean, if you can't help out who you meet next to you, I don't know if you can help yourself in the time that you need yourself the most.
Well, yeah. It is our, let me say, it's our spiritual responsibility to know to uplift one another, especially when we have come as far as where we are right now. It is our responsibility to do so. Ukiona mtu kama amelemewa, you know, at times even though tunasema hivi, you know, there are also other challenges. Kuna jamaa anakuja online, the first thing anasema friend request. Once you accept that friend request, immediately anakuambia, this is my number, I got a problem, please help me. So you know,
umeanza kuchoma kidogo kidogo.
Yeah, that's what gospel is saying. Yeah, ukweli usemwe. We don't spare the truth. We don't mince our words. At the same time, we don't spare the truth, because that is the only thing that will set us free. Otherwise, utaanza kuumia, watu wataanza kukuumiza hapa. Immediately mtu anakupatia friend request, immediately anasema, oh, you are doing good. Hebu nitumie 100 hapo. You know, at times that also hinders us. It hinders. Let me say it. Inakuwa kama stumbling block, so that there are people who really need help. By the way, how watu inawazuia kusaidiwa, and that is very bad at times when somebody comes. Hata naona Nyabayondere hapo kwa screen hapa anasema exactly. That's the truth, because mara unapoingia on air, kitu cha kwanza unaona, oh, nitumie 100, this is my number. You know, those are also bad characters that we don't condone at times.
Away.
Yeah,
we need to shame away those things. And in the diaspora, by the way, let me say this. As a Kisi, as a Kenyan, I've lived here since I was very, very young. And in fact, my Kisi is not even perfect. My Kiswahili is not perfect. If I speak to you in Swahili, I will be you won't understand a thing I say. And it's very, very, I'm telling you the truth. And whenever you see somebody, help them. When I first came to the United States of America, I never expected to see a homeless person on the street. I never expected to see somebody, somebody's in the hospital crying. But I saw them. I've seen them, and I still see them on the road. In Kenya, we see a lot of them, a lot of people that don't have places to go, a lot of people that actually need the help. But then there's those people, pretender, like anaku what can I say? That person that tries to act like you. Ako omogenki, is that the name?
The one who just wants to act like you, or kwega?
Yeah, they try to act like you. It's like they try to make it look like a show. And I put this in quotes if you're watching. I put it in I put it in quotes. So you don't quote me because I'm quoting somebody else, but then I'm putting it in my own words. Okay. So you find somebody that's trying to act like you, and it's very hard. If you, I think, do you know who Steve Simple Boy is, Mr. CEO?
Oh yeah, I do. I do.
The one he blew up off the song Miadarati.
Oh yeah.
He was on Jalango TV today, and there were a few actors that were trying to act like him, and Steve-O said this, and I quote what he said. It's good when you do it in the right way. But then it's bad whenever you try and gain off of it. What am I trying to say? We've seen a lot of artists. I like making music, Mr. CEO, and you know this. This is what you do at Aboxy Global Radio. You like recording music. We do a lot of things. I like making music. Omoteri nakaro oanchito korosia matera e arorekana. Yani, very good. And then, whenever he releases it, there's those people, yani maneno inashika, it touches the heart. But then, kuna wale wenye, the people, they do so-called covers. But then again, they gain off of it, which is not good sometimes. Right? So I'm trying to say this. It's good whenever you do it for the fun, or whenever you do it as in, yani, it makes you happy. But then again, it's not good whenever you gain off of it. So like I was saying, homeless people here in the United States of America, there's people that try to act like they're homeless, but they're not really homeless. But then again, there's those who are really, really homeless, who don't have a home to live in, who don't have a place to go to. And also it's the same thing in Kenya. There's those people that try to act. Wakati atatoka kwa street hapo akona, he has a Mercedes Benz. So it's good to do it whenever you're doing it for the right placement, but it's not good whenever you don't have you want to gain off of it. You understand what I mean?
Yeah. You know, one time nilikuwa nasoma huko Nairobi, and one time jamaa mmoja alikuwa amejifanya eti amegongwa na gari, and alikuwa, the way he was in a very vegetative state. Yani ukimwangalia unasema huyo jamaa ni mgonjwa. But then we come to ask ourselves, gari gani itagonga mtu imwache the same way? Yes, inaweza kugonga mtu atoroke, hit and run. But then wameandika alifukuzwa hospitali because he was unable to get enough funds to pay for that. So I was just wondering, hospitali gani itafukuza mgonjwa ako hali kama hiyo? And then alafu imwambie go and look for money. Hiyo nilishangaa sana. One time the CID walikuwa wanatembea huko wakasema, we need to see really these things, tuseme kama ni ukweli ama what's really happening here. So wakamwambia, yeah, we need to help you, so let's see how you were hit. Akasema this where was hit. Wakatoa nguo pole pole, wakatoa hizo viraka amejipachika hapo, kumbe it was tomato sauce hii ketchup. Amejiwekea kila mahali. You know, that's the level of yani mali binadamu wamefikia. So I was able to know. Sasa nikajua kumbe, don't believe everything and everybody you see. Kuna watu wanajifanya wengine wanaomba hapa, kumbe si ukweli. Mtu anapaki gari hapo, anaenda anaomba. At the end of the day, I asked one guy, and at that time I was really afraid. I wasn't doing really journalism. I wasn't into it the way I'm into it right now. So I asked one guy, akaniambia, I make around 10,000, 5,000 to 10,000 Kenyan shillings a day. And I was like, oh, kumbe these people, they really harvest here. So kama watu ukipata kama homeless hapa kwa kona, remember when we are going around, the kind of people you see wanaomba, those people make a lot of money a day. Na kidogo ukiwafuata utapata mtu anaingia kwa gari yake mzuri hivi, mtu anaingia kwa GMC,
wengine tunaendesha Toyota, wao wanaendesha Mercedes G-Wagon.
Yeah, and then you come to realize, watu ni wajanja hapa. So you really don't trust a lot of people that you see. And that also teaches us a lesson as we begin this day that, in as much as we want to help now, our really need to help, imeanza kukanganywa kidogo. Now we cannot really honestly help somebody because I see there are so many. Gospel anasema tatike usiu na shinda hao wamezaliwa Kisii na wanaishi Kayole.
By the way, I used to live in Kayole. If you're from Kayole, I'm your person. I used to live there.
By the way, tell them that you kuishi Kisii so that they can as well understand that
no.
Ukuishi sana huko.
By the way, let me say this. I'm a Omogusi proper. Now, I don't sound, sometimes I sound like, that's why I say when I start my introduction in most of my radio shows, I say, Koru South Mugirango Etago, because I want people to know that I'm from South Mugirango. I'm not just, I'm not an ordinary, right? Because I like, kuna wale watu wengi, ikora yani, you're the person. So, something happens, okay, let's say, let's use this as an example, where we're at a funeral service or some place, alafu MC anasema, let's say each other's name, where you come from, and something like that. Mtu ananza, unajifanya as if you act as if you're not from that place, but again, you are. My name's Al-Faksad, and I come from Kisii. Like, specify where you come from, because sometimes people want to know. Right? So if you're watching this and you're watching me now, in Genomo Prop, I come from South Mugirango Etago. Now I've lived in Nairobi for most of my life, but I still I'm a Kisii. I'm a Kisii, and I like telling people that all the time.
And also there's another thing, nimeona watu hapa saa zingine mtu anajifanya I really don't talk Kikushi, I really don't talk my language ile nimezaliwa my mother tongue, and then wakati uko mgonjwa or something has happened, alafu unaanza kuongea in tongues. Now people ask you, what language is he talking? Alafu kumbe huyu jamaa kwao ni hapa.
No, let me ask you this. Do you know, we don't want to say names kwa sababu watu kuja kuchoma watu, but do you remember that we went to an event one time? Do you remember whenever I think somebody spoke alafu it was nimesahau, I forgot what event we went to, but the main point of that event that I brought up is because tulienda huko, imagine somebody acted like a black American. You couldn't tell the difference. Kama huko unamjua kutoka kwa nyumba, aungejua eti huyu ni Mkisii proper. Yani alifika huko mbele akaanza, my name is so and I come from Dallas, Texas, and yani kizungu iko safi kabisa, amejipanga vizuri kabisa, lakini wakati alitoka huko ndani, my friend, alikuwa anaangusha asiva jai soma kizungu mahali penye alikuwa anasoma. I mean, I was very shocked to find out that they were from Kisii. I mean, very, very close to where I come from. I was very, very shocked. Montago ako enda mutu gari okwana buno musongo kabisa, yani akuryo munu kabisa. Kala so kile koru mariani gesongo kiwete kabisa, yani kama alikuwa anasema eti video, alisema video wakati alitoka nje. So sometimes you need to learn how to pretend. Kama if you're going to pretend in front of people, learn how to pretend the right way.
Yeah, kama mtu ana pretend lazima, one of the things that is so hard in life ni kudanganya, because I've always said this: if you lie, it will force you to cram every word that you say, and it will force you to stick to your earlier statements.
Your script.
Yeah, you need to have a script, otherwise you have to store it somewhere, or else you utashikwa. So many people have gotten into problems due to kudanganya. At times you give a false, si kupenda kwako, but you give a false information simply because you are not prepared. And I always say this: if you really don't know something, usione kama ni ujinga kuuliza. If you don't know something, it is good for you to always ask and always excuse yourself. You know, I don't have enough information. Ni kama saa zile tunafunza watoto, saa zingine mtoto anakuuliza something, unajifanya unajua kila kitu. I always told my fellow teachers, you know what, don't be ashamed to say that you don't know. If you really don't want to say that you don't know, you don't want to sound stupid, what you do, just say, I'm going to do more research, or I'll give you the answer tomorrow. So watu wanajifanya saa zingine wanajua mambo mengi, but always stick to your don't lie. Ishi maisha yale ambayo Mungu amekunemesha uwe nayo. Don't really try to be somebody else, and that is the main problem that we have on earth right now. People really want to live a life that it does not belong to them. Mtu anataka, you know, unaumia sana. I think your friend Jalas was talking about that thing last time. That
yes.
Yeah,
by the way, I like Jalas very much. He's one of the people that actually powers,
Yeah, so he was talking about this thing that, you know, watu wanakuona you are a celeb, you really want to live a life that it does not befit you. Unaona mtu anatembea na kama Kenya ni Prado, unasema, you know, I also want to live in a certain way. There is one thing Jamaa Gospel anasema, I think Gospel has really taken a lot of time kuwa nasa on air na umechelewa sana. So Gospel, welcome back. Anasema we need to introduce ourselves. Labda Gospel, you needed to introduce yourself because naona umepotea sana. This is Arfaxad Jabuto, one of our technicians in Studio B, na one of our presenters and also our broadcasters. Kwa hivyo kama anasema, he thought you were my son. Yes, they are age mates to my son, but he's doing a wonderful job, you see.
By the way, salimia Brian Tapo Studio One.
I already said that, and actually wanted me to show him some things. I told him, no, Alpha will go and show you, so you'll be also ready to teach somebody.
Tayari.
Yeah, and it seems you guys, you have a lot of experience on Pretenders, yeah?
No. It's not that we have a lot of experience on Pretenders.
We have seen a lot. Yeah,
we you know, as a newscaster, as somebody that likes going on to things whenever you go do interviews, you know, we've done so many interviews. Most of the time I'm behind the camera, but I see a lot of, you can tell when somebody's lying to you. You can tell whenever.
By the fact that we usually don't talk, doesn't really mean that we don't know a lot of issues. You know, remember, like the other time somebody was talking about politics, and alikuwa nafikiria kana kwamba because we simply don't talk politics that we don't know. And remember how we also prodded them until they say, oh, you people know politics. You know, we know, yes, but our job is to be behind the mic. And most of the time, tukianza siasa, kila mtu akienda siasa, we cannot really help people. Now, people think that lazima uwe siasa so that you can help others. And also...
No. And by the way, let me say this. We have so many candidates from the diaspora. They don't now, let's be honest, they don't like being known as they come from diaspora, lakini mutajulikana tu. You know, sometimes I like telling somebody this. There's one politician that left from here, and I was doing a short. We were just talking. I wanted them to come on camera, but they wouldn't come on camera. So I was like, okay, so what would you like me to tell people whenever I'm on air or whenever I do something? By the way, I never came and said this on air, but you know, the person was like, they told me they would win. In fact, they never even got the chance to win because coronavirus happened. They never even got to come on the ground. Now the thing is, whenever you want to do politics, play your game right. Don't be a pretender. All right. Kama una pesa, say so. You don't have to have the money in order to become in politics. Now we have seen a lot of people that have ventured into the political ground, and like we say, things are different on the ground. Things are very, very different on the ground. So if you're venturing into politics here from the diaspora, come join us here at Abakusi Global Radio. Let's have an interview. What do you want to change? You don't necessarily have to go into the ground to change it. You can change it from where you're seated at, specifically by coming here on AGR. We'll talk to you one-on-one. We have so many interviewers. We have Mike, we have I myself, we have Mr. CEO. We have many people that work for us that would like to interview you if you're on, if you're into that specific thing.
Yeah, Edwin is telling me that he's in the studio preparing, but look at what Nyabayo said on Ikokwa screen. Someone unboxing me that he has a group of Chintakana anataka help awasaidie kumbe anajitafutia. You see exactly what we are saying right now.
By the way, that's very true, and I've seen that in the diaspora so much. Abantu bakare diaspora tuanchire korosichi group sana. Now, sometimes we say it's for helping people, but it's not. It's not.
Yeah, those times are past. We are now in 2020. To begin, I say 2020.
Yes. Whenever you make a group chat, like I said, Diaspora Talents is a very, very good group chat. It has helped a lot of people. A lot of people have joined us in the Diaspora Talents. That's because it's actually doing something to the community. Now, whenever you do something else, like kama huyo anaitwaje Nyabayo ameandika hapo eti somebody anamuadd kwa group chat Chintakana lakini anajitafutia. No. Sometimes you guys need to let people know. Sometimes kama ni kuchoma mtu mwambie no, you're not doing the right thing. Do the right thing. Hapa yeah.
And there's a couple to talk. There's also this bad behavior that mtu anatengeneza group before even asking you. Unajipata unaamuka asubuhi unapata kwa group na messages is more than 100 na whenever you talk watu wanajifanya tu wamekasirika na wewe. And it's also courtesy that you ask somebody unamwambia I have this and this that I want to add you.
Yes.
Alafu unamuadd. But since watu walishtukia, like we were talking about technology and this age that watu walishtukia too, they were not prepared, and that's also has happened to many people to these WhatsApp groups. But then when you add somebody, you did ask somebody, na wakati unaambia mtu, I think we need to put it straight so that people can understand. Whenever you ask me to help, huo moyo wa kusaidia, Mswahili anasema kutoa ni moyo, usambe ni utajiri. Huo moyo wa kusaidia uko nami. The decision to help rest with me. So don't take that ujiweke that sasa huyu amekataa kusaidia kabisa. No. Before nije kukusaidia, I also have bills to pay. I have so many things to look at. Wazazi nyumbani kama it's like somebody telling you that Alpha, take me to America. Simunialiki hapo. And when they see Ontiri is here, wazazi wako wapi? Wako Kenya. So my brothers wako wapi? Wako Kenya. Sister wako wapi? Kenya. So I don't know what people think. Mtu anakuambia that nichukue hapo. Whenever they see your other friends and parents wako huko. So ni kama sasa utaki kuwaleta yeye is possible.
Let's put this straight.
Yeah.
Bring me to America is a term used by many people, and we know it. We know it. I've seen I think I saw one show. I like watching a lot of TV shows, a lot of news anchors when they talk, and it's very, very, it's encouraging for me to sometimes speak on some of the topics that I venture into whenever I'm doing things or whenever I'm on air. Bring me to America. That phrase it's annoying to me. It's weird. And weird is not the right term for it, but again, I want to use it. It's weird. When you tell me bring you to America, I can't bring you to America. I'm not a magician. I can't do everything. I came to America also through the powers of my parents, through the hard work that they put into it. So it's sometimes you have to put in hard work also for some of the things that you want. And let's put that straight. Whenever you want something hard, put your hard work into it and you get it. Yes.
Yeah. At the same time, there are so many protocols to be taken into consideration. We have the embassy. We also have your qualification. What are you coming to do? And there are so many factors that they have to be considered before mtu akujie, in which terms. Okay, like in AGR, you know, we are able to bring, yes, I know so many people have approached us. We are able to bring broadcasters and other people working for us to US watufanyie kazi kama AGR. But always ask this, somebody, you only want to talk to us when you have something, when you really need something. And nikikuuliza, how many times have you listened to our programs? Not even once. Have you ever shared our link? No. Do you know when we started? No. You know, it's also good manners that whenever you want it, hata kama ukitafuta kazi mahali, it's also good manners. You will do some of your background work, you do your research. You know, this is the company that I want to work in. You always see in our inbox somebody saying, you know, I need to work with you people. Yes, we work with all people, and then other people want to volunteer, which is a good thing. But the only aim, if your aim is to come to US through AGR, hiyo kwa sasa we can't guarantee that, because you know, kila mtu anataka, and there are so many people even here who can help. Ni kama unakuja kusoma saa zingine, I remember they are asking what is so unique that you want to go to, because shule ziko hapa, everything is here, you know, those kinds of the questions wanauliza. So we encourage people, yes, wherever you are, you can be comfortable wherever you are. Kama sasa unaona, a few days ago people were unable to go home, na watu wanatamani wakuje. You know, wherever you are, you can make it. I know so many classmates tulisoma now, so many college mates, and sitaki kusema eti niko maskini. Yes, I'm contented with what I have, and I'm also, I thank God for everything, kwa sababu nikianza na Mungu kila kitu ni shwari. But I also want to acknowledge that kuna watu tulisoma now who have things that I don't have, and the things that I can't have anyway, it will take me a long time to have them. And they have never stepped here. So don't think that this is the only place that you can make it. That if you don't make it here, that you will die. No, you have made it all through before ufike huo umri uko now. You have not died because you have not made it here. So people also need to be contented that, you know, wherever I am, I thank God. Na ikiwezekana niende mahali fulani, I can still. Oh, are you able to hear me properly?
Hello?
Yeah, you can't hear me properly now?
You're back. You're back.
Okay, thank you. Sorry for that. I'm taking a break. That's why. Yeah?
I don't know what's happening.
Okay, I think it is you. It is your side.
Sioni kama umerudi.
Yeah, maybe I can play that song. Tuweka wani kirogo tero kugogora kurwa sembeo nigini ngana ogende ete gususiriwa na ria timaitinga alfa kwanyo arabuye kero tugokora alfa. I don't know, let me bring you on screen.
I'm back. It was a little network hitch. I don't know what happened to my network, ni kama ilienda kidogo.
Okay, no problem. Now we are back. You know, Nyambati alikuwa anauliza mbona I put his screen his comment on the screen. Mbona mnaongea ukweli? What else can we talk if we don't say the truth?
No.
You know,
when we read through the Bible, we read that the truth sets you free. So sometimes whenever sio eti tulikuja hapa kuchoma, sio eti tulikuja hapa kusema, we didn't come here to judge. We were talking about how to start the day with God, and how whenever you do things, certain things, it brings out a specific outcome. Okay? So, okay, we were talking about pretenders, right? Somebody on a comment, mtu anasema eti, it's like you guys have dealt with a lot of pretenders. Naona Mike up anacheka. No, it's not that we've dealt with a lot of pretenders. We just want to set the record straight. And that's what we're meant for whenever we have. And by the way, this is a large following that we have here on AGR. So we want to set the record straight. So whoever's watching us can know that we want hatukukuja hapa kuchoma. Hatukukuja kuchoma kabisa. We came to set the record straight. So kama ulikuwa ule mtu msema ana invite watu kwa group chat eti tusaidie wayatima wale wenye hawana kitu na ni wewe ndio unajitafutia, get yourself right. That is basically what we came to do here.
Yeah, the book of Isaiah talks about these skills that not wakati watu wanatumia vipimo ambavyo vina dosari kidogo ama kasoro, somebody lies and this is the right thing, but mtu anajua kutoka kwa roho yake ni uongo. At times also ni kama sasa tuseme let's also get some masks tupelekee watu nyumbani, and then I'll be saying, we are having a fundraiser on raising an amount tununue masks tuchukulie watu nyumbani, and then you guys raise around $10,000, that's 1 million Kenyan shillings, and then I say, I'm going to send natumia watu masks. How many times do we go back and ask, did you really buy those masks? And these things, given that tuna kimya ama tunaangalia, sio eti we don't know, is because so many things we just give na tunasema saidia tu, and if you don't help, ayo mtadili na Mungu. At times we can tunaweza piga kelele, we can talk a lot, but whichever we'll say, it may not affect you right now, but there is somebody who has a power over everybody, who is God, and he sees every heart. Naangalia roho ya mwanadamu. So that's basically what we can say,
Yes.
We got to stick to the truth and do the right things, as if God was here watching, by the way.
Tena sauti yako inaenda tena, sioni kama nakusikia.
No, yangu naona.
I don't know what's happening. Let me try and get you on my phone so I can see if I can reach you again, so we can hear what you're saying.
Okay. As you continue, ndugu msikizaji na wale ambao wanatutazama, Makori anasema hello, good evening. Good evening, hapa ni good morning na asante, barikiwa. Na yeye anajulikana kama Felix Obwaya. Felix Obwaya anasema ontiri bwakire alipo Bwana yote yawezekana. Thank you so much for being with us this morning as we thank God for everything that he has really done unto us. Asante sana. Tunatamatisha hapa, sijui ni nani nimefungia nje. Sijui nani nimefungia kama tunatamatisha asubuhi ya leo. Let me know ni nani nimefungia hapa, na kama unatupata vema, just tuandikie hapo, tuambie mambo yako namna gani, unatupata vipi. Najua huko studio B kuna mambo mengi yanaendelea, maybe kama sauti iko sawa, sema so that we can know kabla hatujamaliza. Asante sana kwa wale ambao mmekuwa pamoja nasi kututizama. Somebody was asking why wakati mwingine mbona tunachanganya Kiingereza na Kiswahili. Nikamwambia kwamba we are in a diverse community, in as much as we want our people to hear what we are saying. Kuna watu vile vile tunataka wasikie yale ambayo tunayoyasema. That's why it is called AGR, because kuna wale ambao waelewi lugha saa zingine, and we also need them to get something. Wakati mwingi ni Felix Obwaya wote banga alipo Bwana yote yawezekana kweli. Asante sana, and thank you for being with us. Kabla nitamatishe, Alpha, sijui kama umenipata. Let me try to bring you on my screen. Sijui kama umenipata tunapotamatisha. Umenipata Alpha? Hello?
Yes. So I don't think my network is working good, but I think we should we're winding up, right? If I heard you correctly.
Yes.
Okay, so to wind up the show, Anza na Bwana, we were just talking about like how to start the day, because in the diaspora, like we said, think vitu kwa ground viko different, and a lot of things are very different on the ground. Yes, here in the United States, like right now it's almost one in the morning, and yes, we were supposed to start with God, and if you were going to work, most people were going to work at 12, or some people were going to work at 12. If you went to work at 12, should have started your day with God, because it's a total different day. And also we were also watu walikuwa tunasema hapa eti tulikuwa tunachoma, lakini hatukuwa tunachoma, tulikuwa tunasema ukweli. Eke maana hiyo karende, because there's a lot of things we see on a daily basis here in the diaspora, and there's a lot of things that we've seen in Kenya. Muntakoro si group chat okobeke imenga tigato konye chinta kana kikari Kenya, lakini mogo konya hizo pesa zenye zilitengenezwa kama ni 1 million Kenyan shillings or 10,000 US dollars, you keep it all in your pocket, iti unaenda kufanya maendeleo. Now what kind of maendeleo are you doing? Are you doing maendeleo for yourself? Are you doing maendeleo for your fellow family members? What kind of maendeleo are you doing? And that is what we were talking about here at AGR. So whenever you do maendeleo, do it as in just feel good in your heart that you're helping somebody else, and that's what we were talking about. I can see a lot of people commenting here. So yeah, but I think you guys got something from the show that we did today, and I hope you guys did get something from the show today that we did. And I want to thank Mike, my cameraman, and my technician today. So Mr. CEO, thank you very much for having me today here at Aboxy Global Radio. And I also want to tell people, tune in for other shows that are coming up with Edwin Mokaya, Mwana Stabon, Videlis Mochoge Odinga, Omana Wabage Tutu, if I'm correct. And then we also have Dennis Zadok. I know he was supposed to join us a few hours ago, but he wasn't able to join because of the time difference. But thank you very much for all of you guys that work with us here at Aboxy Global Radio. And if you're joining us, get our app. I know I have iOS, I also have Android, so make sure you guys get our app if you're new to Aboxy Global Radio, because this is a radio station, and at the same time the first hybrid radio station where you can get pictures, like picture clear, get yourself something like this. This is the best of the best. Aboxy Global Radio. My name's Alfax Nyabuto, Mr. CEO. Let's wind up. That's my CEO, my manager, Mr. Jeremiah Orina Ontario. This was Anza na Bwana. Make sure you guys stay tuned. Aboxy Global Radio, live. Thank you very much, Mr. CEO, for having me here at Aboxy Global Radio. Stay tuned.
Thank you so much, Alfaxa Nyabuto, live from Studio B. I'm happy that I was with you this evening, and Hasubuhi Yaleo, by the way, and we thank God that we have really enjoyed it together. Kabla sijatamatisha, I just want to say one thing. Always begin, start with God, and all will be well in your life. At times, watu wanafikia vitu wanasema, I've really worked hard for this. You see how I've really struggled, and finally I've achieved it. Kwa nguvu zangu. No, it can't be that way, that you have really worked hard. God has enabled you. There are so many people who have worked. There are people who can work hard to fail. You can work hard to fail. Watu wanafanya bidii sana, and finally bidii yao inazaa matunda ambayo ni negatives. Kwa hivyo always give glory and honor to God, kwa sababu ni yeye anakuwezesha. And also we issued a challenge today. In as much as we are helping people, is a good thing. Yes, the challenge we were really issuing and talking about is help somebody different. Mtu ambaye umjui kabisa, mtu ambaye si rafiki yako, mtu ambaye see one of your relatives, not even next or kin. So try to help somebody different today. Mtu unaona ameteseka, labda kuna picha imewekwa ya mtu ambaye hajawahi kutembea because of this and this. Kuna watu ambao wanateseka hii corona. You have food, uko na chakula nyingine unatupa. I want to encourage you that take at least ile sadaka ungechukua church. Siku hizi watu hawaendi church. I know you are still giving, na wengine wanadanganya they are giving in the really sense they are not giving anyway. Kama mchungaji alisema this week, mtu anasema mimi sadaka yangu natuma Kenya, na ukimwambia basi tuonyeshe listi moja ya sadaka yako umetuma Kenya na unapata hakuna hiyo receipt, meaning that watu ni wajanja bado hata kanisani. So spare $1 or $2. That's around 200 and something, because the dollar exchange rate iko mzuri. Send $2 kwa mtu ambaye hujui, labda okay, unaweza kuwa unamjua lakini somebody who's not your relative. That's a challenge. We don't force you, but ni vizuri so that you can also see how it goes. You know, at times it helps. Kwa mengi, this is Orino Ntiri, Abagusi Global Radio. You are with that Fax at Nyambuto, nami ni Orino Ntiri. Kama kawaida, mpangilio waanza na bwana. Next online, Sanga Naintwe anajulikana kama Edwin Mokaya, na vile vile Videlis Omingo Mochoge na Fax at Yabatebiri. That will be the next program on air. For now, we want to thank you because you have been with us, and nitakuacha na huu wimbo aliko bwana umeisha. So I want to acknowledge that God has really been good unto us, na usiachwe nyuma.